Hello folks, welcome back to Technology Review. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. Definitely share, link, and subscribe. Folks, share, link, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our information on YouTube. And just really quickly, from our previous segment, someone asked which company leaked the data, and the name of the company was Exactis, E-X-A-C-T-I-S. That's the name of the company. So definitely you can do a Google search and follow up on that information, and definitely keep your eyes open. And of course on this channel as well, you'll find out more upcoming updates on that particular story. In this segment, we call it the new tech gadgets that you should have on your personal and business devices to give you extra layer of protection from cyber hackers. And what do I mean by this? Well, let's start this way. When you have your smartphone, those of you who have smartphones out there, I always ask this question to all my listeners and my students as well. Your smartphone, folks, is nothing more than a small version of your laptop or desktop, especially now. The processors are becoming so fast, incredibly fast. Your smartphone, you can do 20 to 50 different things with it that you could imagine doing 20 years ago with your smart device. So it is a bona fide computer system. And hackers know this, and they can hack into your smartphone or smart device. Well, they could have access to your personal identifiable information as well as information from work. So what I would recommend for those of you out there with smartphones and smart devices, to make sure that you have two pieces of software, at least these two pieces of software, to install on your machines, and we're going to go over those in this segment. Let's take the idea of going to a coffee shop to work on a report or do any sort of work that you need to have internet access. You take your laptop, your phone into the coffee shop, and you log into the internet by using their free Wi-Fi. A lot of you use a free Wi-Fi versus use your data plan, because by using your free Wi-Fi, you're saving money on your monthly bills, on your phone bills, cell phone bills, because you now can use free access by hopping onto free Wi-Fi. This is good and bad. The good part is that you're saving on your phone bill. The bad part is that you're on a Wi-Fi that's public, free, that anyone could also be attached to that same Wi-Fi, even hackers and bad guys. If a hacker can hack into that Wi-Fi location, they could possibly compromise your computer system by watching over your shoulder what websites you're visiting, or watching your back and seeing what things that you are logging into. They may use programs like a keylogger to record your user ID and password in the website you visit, not put any malware on your machine, because you may have antivirus software, but then once you log out, they'll log back in and then do all kinds of destructive things to your site. So I would suggest having a VPN software on all your smart devices when you're attaching to the internet, when you're away from a secured internet like from work where it's more secured. Having a VPN installed on your smart device. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. VPN, Virtual Private Network. You can go to your Google Store on your Android phone, or on the iOS, go to the iTunes Store and type in the word VPN when you're doing a search for software, and you'll see several different manufacturers' software for VPN. I'll give you one recommendation now. They're not a sponsor of our show, but I'll give you a recommendation of a program that I have used for a couple years now, and it's been really good. I've gotten some really good reviews. It's called Hotspot Shield. That's Hot, H-O-T, Spot Shield. And what this software does, it creates sort of a cloak around your smart device when you're on a Wi-Fi location, and give it an extra layer of protection so hackers can't see your device when it's going through the internet from their router of the hotspot location. So I would suggest having a device like this installed on your computer, on your smart device, on your phone, giving you extra layer of protection. So let's talk about the next one. So my recommendation is that make sure you have a VPN on your smartphone, as well as antivirus software. Because I know a lot of you out there, I get these emails all the time. Why should I have antivirus software on my phone? I had no idea I can do that. Some of the emails that I get from you guys out there. But yes, you should have antivirus software and a VPN installed on your phone. That's right, folks, on your phone. Installed on your phone. You're taking pictures and selfies out there and all these cat videos you're uploading to YouTube and Facebook. You need to have protection. So I would suggest definitely having antivirus software and VPN installed on your phone. Now, our next one has to do with websites that you visit. Websites you visit with personal identifiable information, such as your bank account, when you're logging into your insurance company, maybe medical records, maybe a website that you visited like Amazon or Hulu or Netflix. You have a user ID and a password. Trying to record all of your user IDs and password can be a daunting task, especially if you write it down on a sheet of paper. And I always tell everyone, never write your user ID and password in your website you visit on a piece of paper, folks. Not a good idea. And again, I'll explain to you very simply. A piece of paper that's worth nothing, not even 5 cents. When you take that piece of paper and write your user ID, your password, and the website you visit on that sheet of paper for your records, you've now created currency. Now that piece of paper has value. A nefarious person, a hacker, whomever, can simply take a picture of that piece of paper over your shoulder when you're not looking, and that information could be sold in the darknet for hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands, depends upon what kind of data that's behind it. Now you've created currency. Remember, folks, information is a new currency. Well, you now created information. That's why it's very, very important for you not to write information on pieces of paper regarding your passwords. And it's important for you to have a different password for every site that you visit. I use the analogy of a house key. If you have a house key to your home, that's a master key that can open every lock to every lock within your home. That's a master key. That's what it's like having a password. So what happens if you lose that master key? You lose that master key, now you can't get into anything in your house. Your mailbox, your file cabinets at home, your front door, your back door. How about your car? We have different keys for different types of equipment and devices that we're using. We must have different passwords. So then great, now you're saying, well, how do I remember all these passwords? There's some of you out there that have hundreds of different passwords. The remedy, folks, is to install a password management system. A password management system, that's software that can encrypt all of your passwords from every website that you visit, and it encrypts them, and then only thing you have to remember as a user is one user ID and one password. You remember one user ID and one password, that's all you need, and then the software remembers it all for you. There's a software program, again, they're not a sponsor of my show, but I want to give them some props out there. The software is called LastPass, LastPass.com, LastPass. And this software program will encrypt all your passwords you have to remember, you're working with, and only remembers one. And what's nice about it, if you're on a different PC, maybe a friend's PC or another computer, you could log into LastPass from a different computer and be able to have access to all the websites you visit from there. So you don't have to have it specifically for one computer that you're using. Again, folks, it's called LastPass. And the other email I like to go over today is someone sent me an email about they lost their phone. One of my viewers mentioned that they lost their phone and they felt like they were in a foreign country with no one to have access to. How many of you are like that? What happens if you lose your smartphone? Do we remember any numbers anymore? Not likely. Or names? I'm suggesting for you folks, make sure you have a process or procedure set up even for personally. We speak of businesses, but even for individuals. Make sure you have a process set up that if you lost your phone, you will have certain numbers that you will be able to have access to, and so you're not stranded somewhere, right? Could be anywhere. As well as make sure that you have a backup system on your smart device that backs up all the data on your smartphone periodically. So if you ever lose it or you don't have it anymore, you'll be able to have it reinstalled pretty quickly here by any of your ISPs that manufacturer you got your phone from. So definitely those are some of the devices, and I hope this segment was good for you. You learned a lot from it. Again, we have one more segment. Folks, definitely I'd like you to stay tuned for that segment. And if you'd like to reach me, you can find me again at macjacksonjr.com. That's macjacksonjr.com. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.